Thank you. Taoiseach, I might remind you that you signed a statutory instrument that imposed penalty fines on the great fishermen and women of this country in your short time as acting as Minister for Agriculture and Marine in 2020. At the same time, you were negotiating a disaster Brexit deal for these same fishermen and women. The statutory instrument you signed has made each and every one of our fishermen liable to becoming criminals, whether they are guilty or not in many cases. We now find out at committee stage that there is another twist in the tail, as it's now been proposed by the Minister for Ag Marine, that it will be at whichever ministers on the day's behest as to what charge will be imposed on a fisherman if he wants to appeal a wrongful decision. A €25 proposed fee made by our rural independent group was rejected. What is proposed now is different ministers can put in a smaller, massive fee if a fisherman wants to appeal a wrongful conviction. Taoiseach, I ask you before these amendments are finalised here in the Dáil to speak to the Minister for Agriculture and Marine so that a fair fee is set for all fishermen who want to appeal, so to treat them with the only rights they get out of this shockingly unjust sea fisheries bill.
Thank you, Deputy.
I think your analysis is wrong. I think we're the last country in Europe to bring in such a regime. We've delayed and prevaricated. It hasn't helped our cause in Europe. Will not help our cause if your view is to persist in terms of future negotiations of the common fisheries policy. We need a broader view here in terms of how to deal with fishing industry into the future. And I think this sort of, I just genuinely think this approach is wrong. And that's why I wanted to engage and facilitate engagement with fishing interests, to have a proper national dialogue in terms of the bigger challenges that face us in respect of Brexit, yes, and we avoided a no-deal Brexit at the time, which would have been horrendous for the fishing industry and catastrophic. Why? Because under the common fisheries policy, we had access to UK waters.
You're not answering the question.
We had access
Deputy,
to UK waters. So there does need to be a real collective strategic approach on fishing, and not one of this kind of coming in attack on issues that really aren't going to help the overall situation at the end of the day.